like a caged bird's call. Virtual skies and we're breaking it all. Dreaming high with a false horizon. Departure lounge keeps the spirit rising. Engines roaring through a screen glow haze. Throttle forward, we're lost in the maze. Sim skies blur, yet the passion set. Lugging in for the Quiznos jet. Takeoff, flight paths to nowhere. Streaming dreams up in thin air. Quiz me now, bring the jet game on. The departure lounge where the wild belong. The wild belong. Pushing pixels through an endless storm. Clouds crash hard, but we stay warm. From the runway cracks to the cockpit's grin. A sim of steel, but our hearts plug in. Cruising on autopilot, heart astray. Steering questions in a quiz ballet. Flight plan scribbled, the answers collide. In the lounge we let the chaos decide. Metal birds in the stream rolls fierce. Every quiz a lounge keeps this fierce. Lift off, minds racing, don't forget. It's high stakes in Quiznos jet. Up in thin air. Quiz me now, bring the jet game on. The departure lounge where the wild belong.
A huge thank you to our channel member, Phil. Alright, 2 seconds. Little bit of a spill there, that's fine. Okay, cool. Okie doke. So, good evening to you all. Welcome to your Tuesday stream here on the Departure Lounge YouTube channel. Of course, as always, hope that you are well.
IFR clearance to Shorter with information Juliet.
So, first things first, do not hate on the fact there are trees in the background. Gemma, I'm looking at you.
I'll grab that clearance. Give me just a minute.
It's default scenery. Can't do anything about it. It's default scenery.
Information Romeo is current clear to Amsterdam Schiphol via the Oxu 3 Alpha departure. The inspired departure run will be 01. Initial climb will be 4,000 feet. Departure run 119.3 squawking 6442 Icelandair 500.
I do indeed. We're on board. And I cannot stress enough, FREEWARE, to the point I've even put it in the title of the stream. FREEWARE. 757-300 in the old school Icelandair colours. We're at Reykjavik. Heading over to Dublin this evening. Flight time is about 1 hour and 52 minutes. Should be a fun one now. Ta-da!
Flight attendants, arm doors, and cross-check.
it is, of course, 320 Neo cockpit. If you're triggered by this, sorry, but I did say it was freeware. You make the most of what you got until the actual thing comes out. So
Keflavik clearance, Alpine 96 Tango, Mike, info X-ray aboard, request IFR clearance to Milano.
let's say hello to those in the chat, including a very triggered Gemma.
3 Bravo departures, departure runway 10, initial climb to 4000, departure
Who was triggered by the trees.
3, squawk 4454, Alpine 96 Tango Mike.
Evening to you, hope you're doing well.
Tango Mike, read back, correct. Ground is on 121.9, safe flight, sir.
Finn's in the chat, hello to you.
126.2, Icelandair 430.
Carl's in the chat, evening to you. And everybody else lurking, hello to you. So, let's set up the what is essentially a 757, but we are flying in the cockpit of a A320 Neo. Don't hate me for it, it's not me. I know there are people that are absolutely going to be triggered by this. I put in the title that it was freeware for freeware for a reason. There's no NDA that's been broken. Whatever you can think of, it's not anything to do with that. This is freeware. You can get it on flightsim.2. Just gonna change a few things here. Give me a second. Accessibility to lock again. And then we'll just make sure
1219 for ground, thanks. Walker 3775.
auto rudder's off, which it is.
Clearance, Echo India, Charlie Boy. Good morning. We are type
Okay.
Cessna 172 with information Oscar. Request clearance.
So hope everyone's well. Hope Tuesday was alright.
Bravo India Alpha Romeo.
Let us know how it was. Darren Graham, evening to you. Hope you're doing well. Finney saying, do we have any cabin crew this evening? We do indeed. We'll get to that in a second. We need to insert stuff manually here, so that's what we're going to do. Gemma says it's been very Tuesday. It certainly has been. It's been very Tuesday today. Very, very Tuesday. Okay, so the fuel in there is absolutely fine. We can load that up. Payload this evening. It's only going to give us up to 174 because it thinks we're in a 320 Neo, which is fine. Cargo today is 4,911 kilos, and our zero fuel weight, if it allows us to put it in, is 84911. Doesn't allow us to put it in. Okay, that's fine. So we'll leave it as that. That's the maximum it can be. Cargo 4911. 4911. And then we'll begin to do a bit of a fast or real. Real takes us 50 minutes. Go fast because just gets it over and done with, doesn't it? That's the main thing. Right. Plane is boarding. Again, this is not one of those like, oh my gosh, is it out yet? No. Like, no. Don't get your hopes up.
Keflavik clearance, Air France 258, IFR to Roger with information Charlie.
Carl says Tuesday's been a good day apart from my Wi-Fi acting up.
Air Force 502 with
And
information
Sarah's
Charlie.
here. Hola, she says. Hola to you. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're keeping well, at
I'll
least.
have your clearance in just a second.
Just loading our flight plan into the system here.
Flight attendants, arm doors, and cross-check.
Don't know why it does that. Okay, so we've got the flight plan in place, which is all good. Our flight number today is Icelandair 418. Real world ops, don't you know? Out of Reykjavik today, runway 19. And we should be heading out via the Reykjavik Run Charlie, which is there. So we'll insert that. And the arrival into Dublin today, as they're doing at the moment, should be runway 28 left on the RNAV. Should be going in via the OLAP 3. Of course, real world. Only do real world here. We don't do that real world. None of that crap. Like Virgin's A320neo. Real world options. No. Absolutely not. None of that crap. Okie doke. Flight plan is done and dusted. Absolutely fine. We're going to insert the weights here, which is going to be interesting. So we might just go down the 64.0 route and 29.8. It should calculate that, put that into the system. It does. Our block fuel is 12.4. Lovely. Passengers should be nearly boarded. We've got to push back ourselves. We've got to wait for alignment, which is in 7 minutes' time. There you go. 757-300 with an A320 cockpit. You can only get this on flightsim.2 for anyone that is interested. Evening to you, South Africa, doing well.
Call sign Skylink 358.
So we've got 7 minutes to wait for our alignment. So everyone's had a good Tuesday. Almost halfway to the working week. Being complete. We've got suspects such as Transavia, who in the news are undergoing a brand new livery change. To be unveiled on their A321neo. So that could be fun. No, not yet. So it looks as if, from what they've previewed, because it's been on the Twitter feeds and stuff like that, the tail is all green, with the T being white. So it'd be interesting to see what it looks like. It'd be very, very interesting to see what it looks like. But we'll be debuting on their 321 Neo very, very soon. Other bits of news. Majestic simulations.
Careful the ground, Icelandair 697, gate 1, information box run on board. Ready to copy that for clearance to Stevens Anchorage.
I've dropped some renderings of their upcoming Dash 8.
1 departure, Missouri 3 Alpha, initial climb 4,001, departure frequency 119.3, squawk 5414, Icelandair 697.
Starting to take shape. Here's their Dash 8. Starting to look pretty good. That's on its way to the flight simulator at some stage. So yes, there you go. Never seen a plane freeware before. There's a lot to learn, young man. There's a lot to learn. Right, I'll say this once, and I'll say it once only. And I'll say it in the nicest way possible. Can we please fuck off with the scenery comments? This is not my problem. It's not my problem. This is what's in the sim. If you don't like it, contact Microsoft. Maybe in future we'll just do a week-long streams from Reykjavik just to piss everyone off even further. What's with the fucking scenery? Please no one request any more Iceland flights. I've decided. No, it's not an add-on. Like, so the airport scenery itself, like the terminals and stuff, is a small little add-on. The actual scenery that's being streamed into the sim is not my problem. That's a Microsoft problem, that's not me.
Victor requesting IFR to Liège. Clear to Liège by the 6U.
Take it up with Microsoft. It's not my problem.
Initial climb 4,000, departure 121.3, squawk.
Sarah, thank you. This is why you're my favourite.
Icelandair 720, read back correct. Ground will be on 126.2.
But on a serious note, evening Jim, hope you're doing well. To be honest, there probably is. Chances are there also probably isn't. It's streamed in. The only scenery I have is literally for the airport itself, like the terminal buildings, etc., etc. Not the actual trees. The trees are in there. That's all it. That's its own doing. Maybe I'll go and try and find something that would get rid of the trees. I'll find something. What about a Pan Am 757? I'm sure that's going to be on its way. They've released it in model form. Not quite with everything else. Right. So we are aligned and sorted. So the other thing to kind of go over as well. Don't expect real sounds. You ain't getting it. Basically, it's just a skin. And
clearance, Caribbean 100 Charlie, Stone 79 information come from board, requesting OFR clearance to Point of Peter.
And like I said before,
We'll close the old one first, Caribbean 100
it is
Charlie.
what it is.
Okay, 100 Charlie.
We don't take the flight sim too seriously, where it must be all about study level aeroplanes. We like to kind of give other things a chance, and whilst there is no 757 for the flight sim just yet, you might as well take the chance while you've got one to fly a free one, even if it is with a dodgy cockpit. Symbols, right. In amongst all that, I realise we haven't done any clearance, so let's just quickly do that. Keflavik clearance, good evening, Icelandair 418, radio check. I just want study level terrain.
Clearance, readability 5.
You probably want to go to X-Plane 12 then or something for that. It's not something I can change. Keflavik clearance, Icelandair 418 requesting IFR clearance to Dublin.
One second while I grab the paperwork.
Cannot control something that's out of my control.
Icelandair 418, information echo is current. Cleared to Dublin via the RIM U1 Charlie departure runway 19er. Initial climb to 4,000 feet. Departure on 119.3, squawk 5656.
That was a bit too quick for me. What was the squawk? 5656.
Coverage check, clearance, delivery, Trans-American.
Okay.
1980 IFR to Reykjavik with information vector.
Cleared to Dublin via the Rulimi 1C departure runway 19. Climb to 4,000 feet, departure 119.3, squawk, code 5656, Icelandair 418.
Trans-American 1980 Keflavik clearance information Victor is correct. Cleared to Anadir Aerodrome via the Raylo 4B departure then is filed. Climb and maintain 5,000. Departure on 119.3, squawk 2726.
Icelandair 418, read back correct. Contact ground on 121.9 when ready.
See? Not me. Told ya. It's a Microsoft problem. Not me. Lee Clark, evening to you. You do see an Airbus flight deck in front of you because it is a FREEWARE aeroplane. Got a feeling I might say that quite a few times tonight. So I put it in the title hoping I wouldn't have to. It's a FREEWARE plane, yes. So we are using the fly-by-wire 320 cockpit. It's what comes with it. Again, out of my control. Tis not me. Don't expect the external lights to work properly either, because they won't. Just simply won't. I can't read. Tell us again. What is it? Part of me thinks you're working tonight. Just confirm this for me, because my next response will go one or two ways.
Contact ground on 121.9.
121.9. I say 74 Alpha.
Sonics 2064 with Bravo requesting clearance, please, all the way through to Birmingham.
1 second while I grab the paperwork.
Oh god, we're going forwards. I forgot all about that. Okay, so no us being pushed back here. We have to control it ourselves, which is fine. We'll go ahead and switch the engines on in true Airbus fashion, even though it's a 757. I always get a bit weary about flying these types of planes, just because. We'll go with Bob. Why not? It's an Airbus A320 cockpit. But evening to you. Hope you're doing well. totally out of my hands. I can't change it. I don't know how to. Well, I do know how to, but it just doesn't seem to work. So again, just not. It's not a me problem. Hope you're doing well, though. If we could just suspend your belief, I think is what you need to do. Suspend your belief.
Reykjavik delivery, Air France 943, good day. With information...
I am surprised that they didn't put like a 767 or a 747 cockpit in it. I'll be honest. Surprised they didn't go down that route.
Reykjavik clearance, Icelandair 635 with information, Bravo, request clearance.
Oh my fucking lord. Oh, stop and push back. Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. Oh my god, we're on a fucking climb here. What the hell? Oh my giddy aunt. Okay, whilst we've still got the tug attached, let's get the tug to move us forward.
Flight attendants, please prepare for takeoff.
That'll do. Chuck the parking brake on as well. Just wondered why it started to lean one side, and then it worked out that I forget about the scenery textures. So we should be fine. Okay. Pushback system off. We're all good. We'll go ahead and switch off the ignition and the APU like that. Don't expect these lights to stay on because they just won't. As you can see,
Heavy cargo 727.
there are no lights.
Information Kilo would like to pick up my higher part clearance.
That's the only annoying thing about it.
1 second while I grab the paperwork.
Dom, take it easy. So there's no lights, which is a little bit annoying. Should be alright otherwise. Let's go ahead and no lights, so that's why it's freeware. It's basically, if you really want to know, for anyone that isn't watching this at the moment that might be interested, it is a flyable mod for AIG's traffic airplane. It's a traffic aircraft that's been turned into a flyable one. That's as simple as it gets. Reykjavik ground, Icelandair 418 ready to taxi.
Icelandair 418, Reykjavik ground, roger, continue taxi.
We weren't taxiing in the first place. How could we continue something that we haven't started doing? We're here for aesthetics reasons, not anything else really. It too has also started to rain. Bit of power. What would happen if I put...
ground, ICE India Alpha Alpha requesting IFR clearance to Bravo India Alpha Romeo.
Does that stiffen it up?
I'll grab that clearance. Give me just a minute.
Oh, good lord.
Cleared
Okay, yeah, we need to have it off then.
3 Charlie departure from
Right,
runway 19,
apologies.
initial climb 4000, squawking 4647, ICE
We do need that off.
India Alpha Alpha. Catholic ground, ICE Echo Sierra Oscar requesting IFR clearance.
So tomorrow night we are doing the 737-500, which is not freeware. But listen, the fact that trees are here, I quite like it. It gives the airport a little bit more character. I quite like it. You might not like it, but I quite like it. So there was a bit of a gap yesterday with the schedule that runs along the bottom of the screen, because I thought I put something in, but I didn't. I'm going southwest tomorrow. Coming up onto your screens now. Seven 737-500 gets a debut, a run out from Tampa, Florida to Nashville.
Which parking is reserved for us? Scandinavian 2595. Apron 119.909 for parking assignment. Scandinavian 2595. Request parking assignment. Scandinavian 2595.
Lewis, a very good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. We come
Scandinavian
nose to nose here with an
2595.
airplane.
Contact apron on 119.909
Please stay
for
there.
parking assignment.
Please stay there. I think you are. Are you staying there? I think you're staying there. You are staying there, thank you. We should be light enough to get off the runway tonight as well, so we should be okay. Yeah, so fingers crossed. The 737-500 behaves tomorrow. There's also no guarantee that the stream will work. By that I mean there's no guarantee that the plane will work. So it's going to be hit and miss tomorrow, and you'll see exactly why while we wait for an update. Let's switch over to Tower. Let's get ourselves over to Dublin. Reykjavik Tower, good evening. ICF 418, holding short, runway 19. Fuck off. Reykjavik Tower, ICF 418, holding short, runway 19, ready for departure. It gave me fucking clearance again. But I don't need it. Mate, are you going to tell me I run out of space? Fuck off, man. How? 2 seconds. Who we got as cabin crew? I'll introduce you once we're in the air. Got a bit of space, so that's fine. Clear for takeoff, runway 19, Icelandair 418. Just wondered why it went quiet then, but that's fine. Right, here we go. In fact, I've forgotten who we've got this evening. I think it's... oh no, it's not. It's our friendly neighbourhood Scotsman. Duncan, very quickly before we depart, do you want to say hello to the YouTube chat? They are saying hello to you. It's doing it to the cabin. No. Right, you can see the issue here. We've got no lights. But here we go. 50%. Here we go. If you've got the emoji, it's time to toga that bitch. Rotates. And rotate we do. Let's climb, get the gear up. Got some sort of lights.
418, contact departure on 119.3.
Gear is very slowly going up. And yeah, the problem is we have no like tail lights or strobes or anything else. So once we get past the cloud, we might get a bit of sun. We'll see what happens. Departure 119.3, Icelandair 418. But to be honest, for like traffic, for a traffic add-on that's been turned into a flyable plane, actually pretty decent. I mean, of course it is. It's basically the 320 Neo, right? Well, I'm hearing you scream at the screens that you're watching on. Duncan, I know we've just taken off, but good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. There we go, that's better.
Good evening, Captain. Glad to hear you're doing well. The cabin is ready for departure. We're all set to take off. Just a wee reminder, during the meal service, we'll be offering a complimentary whiskey tasting from a lovely Scottish brand. Yes, haggis will be available too. Let's make this flight a great one.
It's interesting. Why are we not following the flight plan? There we go, that's better. There we go. Right, let's see if we can get some climb up, because we've just seen a little bit of sunrise there, so we, sorry, a bit more of the sun. So we'll see what happens. There you go. Cloud break in front of you. Reykjavik departure. Good evening. Icelandair 418 with you at 4,000.
Icelandair 418, Reykjavik departure identified.
probably try and request further climb here, if I'm honest. Reykjavik departure, Icelandair 418 requesting further climb, please.
I hear you. 1 sec. Maintain VFR.
What? No. Negative. Further climb, please. Not what you've just suggested. We want to climb higher, please. Icelandair 418. I don't know what it is at the moment. The AI.
Cleared to Dublin. Direct Kilo Foxtrot 465. Squawk 5656 and ident.
The AI is getting fucking worse.
Icelandair 418. Climb flight level 360.
There we go. Better. AI's getting worse. They think I said about changing to VFR. I'm like, I'm in a 757. What's the matter with you?
Icelandair 418 identified 18 miles south of Keflavik at 3900 feet, QNH 1001, cleared direct Kilo Foxtrot 465.
Not sure why you're giving us VFR options. We're flying currently IFR. Might want to change that, please. Icelandair 418. It generally thinks I ask for further clearance, which is a VFR reference.
Icelandair 418, understood. Maintain your current IFR flight plan.
Yeah, that's what I thought, biatch. Sucker left nut. Right. Onwards we go. Oh, that's a climb. Look at the climb. Rocket ship climb there from 75.
Icelandair 418, contact Reykjavik control on 123.9er.
123.9er, Icelandair 418. Oh, yeah, Darren. Sorry, Finley, rather. I'm going to remove that comment. Just that one comment. Not timing you out, just removing that comment, because that's not a good word to say. Someone will explain it to you, I'm sure. But it won't be any of us in the chat. And there we go, into the blue sky. Looks beautiful. It's the stormy cloud we've just come out of there. Look at that. That is magnificent. I think I've just found my new wallpaper. It looks good, like in this sort of late, sort of afternoon, evening sun. It looks good. As we continue to climb through the clouds.
Speedbird 66 Juliet, climb and maintain flight level 140.
Reykjavik Control, good evening. Icelandair 418 with you, climbing to flight level 360. Yeah, 757 the 320 cockpit. This is why I felt it was necessary to put the word freeware into the title this evening, but clearly it hasn't worked. That's a photo, good lord. Yeah, to be fair, they probably should have and could have done. I had quite a few questions about it as to why they put a 320 cockpit in there when you've got the likes of maybe like the Captain 776 or, you know, something you can probably get your hands on that's a little bit better than the you know, A320. But it is what it is. Like, I don't think a lot of people who stream the flight simulator do this type of thing. A lot of people will probably just brush over it and not bother with it. Not us. Because we don't take flight sim too seriously. Yes, we fly to some interesting places. We fly to neutral stops of, you know, your typical aircraft sort of thing. And then, like, then you have, you know, we'll look at the freeware planes that no one else will touch, because they're all too good for that. If it ain't study level, they ain't touching it. Where it's like, who gives a shit whether it's study level or not? Who gives a shit? It works. It comes with a crap load of liveries as well, including this one. All the Icelandair liveries for the 757, 200 and the 300 have the normal livery and the special liveries. We've gone down the route tonight of the original livery. I could have done the Independence one, chose not to. I figured we'd give the original one some love. So if you can, please try and suspend your belief that we're in a 757, not a A320. If you could suspend your belief, that would be great. I would much appreciate it. Corey says, reminds me of Ryanair a little bit. It does a little. I mean, very, very little bit. So yeah, so if you can suspend your belief tonight, and any time that we do use the 757 until the actual one comes out, then yeah, please try and suspend it if you can.
Requesting descend now, flight level 100.
715, descend flight level 100.
Considering that this is also, like I say, this is an AI traffic add-on that has been turned into a flyable plane. There are several other models that have been turned into a flyable aeroplane. So if you have like AIG, which is like the Alpha India group, this is their 757 that they've turned into a flyable aeroplane. So that's what this is. At the moment as we continue our climb, we've got an hour and 52 to go, and decreasing ever so slightly. They look fantastic at the moment. Suspend your beliefs. Yeah, suspend your beliefs. Sarah is suspended. And then she's suspending her beliefs. Now, in other news,
Icelandair 172, pass your message.
yeah, in other news, if you were watching last night with the airline manager,
Icelandair 172, climb and maintain flight level 330.
I went ahead and purchased the student pack that was suggested. I've also sold the A320 that comes with it. And I've also used it to buy fuel. We're already down to 73 million. We've got points to spend. I don't know how we do this. Whether we just unlock the charter side of it as well. That normally takes the points right down again. So we've got all the options open and we can then play with what we got. Or not, basically. But we suggested, if you missed last night's stream, that we had 80 million injected into the airline. We're going to use it purely for fuel, and whatever's left over come Monday is what we use to spend on our fleet. So we can either add to it or open up new hubs and stuff like that. That is the plan anyway. But at the moment, $73 million to spend. If I can buy shit with it, I will sell. I'll buy and try and get that money down, because I think having 73 million or close to something like 50 million come next Monday might be maybe a bit much. Who knows? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, to use the points to increase the fuel and stuff, so we can actually buy more fuel, and then it will cost a little bit more, and that should be alright. Lee says, how's your day been? It's been weird today. It's been a weird day. Very, very weird. But I mean, enjoyable, but like just a weird day. just a weird day. So one of many ways you can support the channel this evening is through gifting memberships to those who are watching, or those who did watch, i.e. the quiz, or last night's stream, or watching tonight, who may have either had a membership and it ran out, or just didn't have a membership to start off with. You can gift memberships that way. You can also super sticker, super chat, or drop a like on the stream, or you can tip via Ko-fi, which is in the link that is pinned to the top of the chat, as always. Jean Cartier says you can use the money to expand your hangar by 10. That's also another option. So to get the money down is to expand, so we can then add more and more, so we haven't got to worry too much about expanding hangars when we eventually need to. It's a good shout, to be fair. It's a very, very good shout. Lee Class coming in with a gifted membership, kicking the support off this evening. With the membership going to John Russell. Thank you, Lee, for your support there. So yeah, so full week of streams plus the Sunday, which is the return of the Formula 1. good. I've got no complaints with this 757. Apart from the fact there's no GPWS callouts. But that makes it fun. But apart from that, it's actually not too bad. Gemma has come in with a gifted membership. Thank you, Gemma, for your support there. Going to Steve Young. Many, many thanks. Kicking things off, both Lee and Gemma with the support this evening. Of course, remember, any super chats or super stickers or even gifted memberships, the value of them goes straight back into the channel. A couple of things I've got my eye on, including new aeroplanes for the flight simulator, and every bit of your donations goes towards that. Doesn't go into my pocket, no, goes straight back into the channel. Okay, support keeps coming. Carl coming in with a gifted membership of his own, going to the Plane Guy, a watcher of the quiz on Sunday, which has now hit 1.2. I don't like saying it that way. 1,200 views. So much appreciated. Still the most watched quiz that we have ever done. So can't thank you enough for that.
Control, good evening.
But to be fair, that I don't have any complaints with the 757. It will do the job nicely until the Bluebird one comes out. Yes, it's an A320 cockpit. Yes, it's not particularly what people are clicking on the stream to go, oh, 757. And this is probably where like X-Plane has the advantage, because there is a very, very good 757 on X-Plane from Flight Factor. And it looks awesome. And yet here we are just waiting for one on the flight sim. It's mental. Carl coming in with 29 months of the Members Lounge as well. So if you've got any milestones, chuck them in the chat as well. Pop a little message with it. As well. Carl says 29 months. Here's to the next 29. Thank you for your continued support, Carl. The OG member. The first person to get a membership on the channel.
Icelandair 172, climb and maintain flight level 330.
Corey says in X-Plane we got 350 way before you lot, all thanks to Flight Factor. But you have to pay twice because the original sounds aren't that good, so you have to get a sound pack. Well, it's not quite as straightforward for us lot on the flight simulator either. For the likes of the 737, that's had like sound packs, and CRJs that have had sound packs, and everything else that seems to have had a sound pack. You'll see tomorrow night with the 737-500 tomorrow. We're finally bringing it to the streams. Again, don't know if it's totally ready. I don't think it is, but we're going to do it anyway. And then we can point out problems and stuff, and then you can sort of see why we haven't brought it to the streams earlier. You can do a flight with it. I've done a couple, so it does work in some respect. But you'll see it all tomorrow night. You'll also hear that it doesn't have real sounds either, which is a little bit annoying. If you're going to pay a huge amount of money to have this airplane for a lifetime subscription, which is like a one-off payment of $120, and you don't get real sounds for your airplane, it's a little bit of a put-off, not gonna lie. So, am I quite glad about the subscription side of things? I am, because you get to try it before you potentially buy it. And from what I've seen so far, if you've paid $120 for this aeroplane, unlucky. So I don't think it's worth that yet. In fact, I don't think it's worth it at all. So you'll see tomorrow why I've been very hesitant to bring it to the streams. Just as I have another plane in mind, just in case it doesn't work properly. I mean, we could do something else in the meantime. I mean, worst case scenario, we take a Cessna or a Piper or something like that, and we go places. Or worst case scenario, we just return back to the old times. We've done it this week already. We've returned back to the old times. We've done the quiz. We've had some nostalgia. We'll go back even further for some nostalgia. And if it doesn't work, we'll do landing challenges. How's that sound? It's only if the 737 doesn't work properly. You'll see what I mean if it decides to just plummet out the sky. But we'll throw it right back with nostalgia. And we'll go down the landing challenges route if the 737 does not work. Because we did that, didn't we? We did that right at the very, very beginning of our time playing the flight simulator. So it'd be nice to kind of throw it back a little bit. Or the other side of it could be a possible, don't hold me to it, but possible multiplayer stream where
Icelandair 418, contact Reykjavik control on 119.7.
we could do some Caribbean stuff and try and land airplanes at the likes of a Sabre
30 Quebec, Tango, Reykjavik control identified. Good evening.
or a St. Bart's. I feel like we could have a lot of fun with that. So there is a backup option just in case. In fact, there's two backup options just in case. There's a couple of options. It depends what you want to see. In fact, I will do a poll. Right, polls in the chat coming up now. Lewis said, shall I reserve a parking space at Dublin? What tonight? We feel like we might need to. To be fair, it should be fine. Should be alright. What have we got left? We've got hour and 24. We're due to get down probably just before 10. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I don't mind the 757 here. I really don't. Like I say, until the real one comes out, it does make you suspend your belief. If you want to fly like DHL 757 routes, this is a good option to have. Jim says that was before I started watching the channel. Oh, the landing challenges. Yeah, we started that. Oh, gosh. I remember the very first flight sim that we did. It was just a simple like let's play. I don't think it was ever supposed to be. This was never supposed to be a regular thing. This was just a case of a one stream, and then just see how it went. And yet here we are, years later, absolutely playing it to high heaven. Strange to think it never ever meant to be. It was never meant to be a regular thing, and yet it is now kind of our thing to do during the week. Lewis says, I think I started watching the channel on landing challenges. We also did things like aircraft carriers, which if we end up doing multiplayer,
You're leaving controlled airspace. Contact Oceanic Control. Primary is 119.56. 5 secondary is 132.335.
if we end up doing multiplayer, we could totally do aircraft carrier landings on multiplayer. So that could be interesting. That could be fun. But let's have a little bit of nostalgia while we're at it. It's nostalgic week for us. First stream you watched of the channels. Uh, 119.565 for Icelandair. Sorry, Icelandair 418. Because the first stream I watched was Battle of the Liveries when Sam from Airline was on. Yes, God, goodness me, that's ages ago. Lewis remembers the aircraft carrier. Yeah, those in the chat, let us know. Let's have a little bit of nostalgia. What was the first stream you ever watched? Oceanic Control, Icelandair 418 with you, flight level 360. Jim says my first stream.
418, Oceanic Control, maintain flight level 360.
Maintain flight level 360, Icelandair 418. Jim says my first stream was when Noel Phillips was on the quiz, and I saw the post on his Facebook page, so I thought I'd give it a watch. I've been stuck here ever since. Great choice of words at the end, by the way. Great choice of words. Now, to be fair, shout out to Noel. Noel's been great with the channel. A lot of people could have turned around and just gone, nah, I'm good, for a channel that they may not have heard of. There's been a few people that we've had on the channels, even when the days when we did the podcast side of things, where they were just very, very good and didn't really need to give us time, but they did. and we've built some very good connections since. Some very, very good connections.
Icelandair 418, contact Reykjavik, control on 119.7.
119.7, Icelandair 418. How did you manage to get him on in the first place? I literally just reached out to him. Didn't expect anything back, not gonna lie. But yeah, reached out to him. Had a bit of a chat as to what the goal would have been. And he was cool with it. You know, the likes of an Old Phillips or a Jeb Brooks. You know, those sort of people I would never have expected. You know, who do we have on as well? Like she was on telly the other week after the Air India crash. Laura Savino as well. You know, she signed a book for me and sent me one free of charge. She signed it, and I've got it in the bookcase. You know, likes of a Jeremy Spake from, you know, the BBC show Airport. You know, TV personalities. So it's been quite an experience. It sounds like I'm ending the channel. I'm not. We're just throwing it back with a little bit of nostalgia to yeah, just kind of show how far the channel's come. I think I know we haven't hit the heights of a 10, 25, 50k sub, but I'm fine with it. It was never meant to be that way. Reykjavik Control, good evening. Icelandair 418 with you, flight level 360. Yeah, it was never meant to be that way. It was never meant to be a quick burner to kind of try and get as many subs as possible.
Icelandair
Just
418, Reykjavik Control, identified. Good evening.
Organic. Do you know what I mean? Like an organic growth sort of thing. Title of your next porno. Organic growth. Jim says podcast 53 with Ken Carr, I think was the first one I watched. Was that the one with Loopy as well? Sure, that's the one with Loopy, isn't it? Jim says, oh, it's amazing. So glad I found this channel. It's definitely helped me through some tough times. Well, that's the idea as well. I think there was part of me back in, like, I suppose, with the start, like, the pandemic and stuff. Remember the pandemic? Remember those times? Part of me sort of thought about potentially, like, shutting the channel off completely and just being like, well, you know, that's that, like, it's had its day. And then I got comments from when I was popping videos up every day sort of thing during the pandemic, and you know, saying that they were getting through, like, the mental health side of things, you know, the videos were helping them out and everything else. And I thought, well, you know, maybe this channel means something to people, and even now to this very day it still, you know, still means a lot to people. You know, people, I don't want to say rely on it, but people use it as a escape, and it's kind of kept me going in terms of producing stuff and content and stuff. I don't create videos as much, it's mainly at the moment like live streams, but I'm trying to get back into the video side of things. So I guess like a little announcement, maybe, should we call it that? For the last couple years, obviously haven't been to the air tattoo since 2022. First one I did a video, second one I think I did a video. So 2023 I did a video. Last year I took photos. This year, and I know people were asking about it last year and it didn't happen, but people did enjoy it. There will be video from 2025. So returning to the video side of things for the air tattoo, I am going to be upgrading my camera for better quality. And yeah, videos will be produced once again. Not too on the regular, but when I get a chance to, we'll have a nice little premiere of the departure day from the Air Tattoo for you once again. They do well. They do well on the channel, so it'd be rude not to. Carl says, wait, you had Loopy on the channel. Yeah, podcast episode 53. It was on with Ken Carr. It's the first time I was properly introduced to Loopy. It was good fun. That would probably be one thing that I wouldn't bring back either, is the podcast. I feel like I don't have time to do it. Have we got a beacon? Have we got strokes? Just beacon. No battle of the liveries will be returning after the. I think after the response to the quiz, I've had a lot of food for thought. In regards to all the old stuff that we used to do. No, it's been like I said, there's lots of thoughts going on in regards to channel moving forward, because I don't think it's not one of those things where you got to try and keep up with the times and whatever else. It's a case of, you know, what did well, what was great, what was not so great. I think allowing, I know this is like a really sort of, I don't know if this is dull to people, like having a little bit of a nostalgic session, but like things that were great and things that particularly didn't work. But the fact that we can do essentially now, which is like the chilled Monday night streams where we're doing Airline Manager at the moment. When Airline Manager runs out of gas, then we'll go on to something else and use Mondays as like a, when I say a games night, I don't mean like a Gartic or anything else like that. What I mean is like a something to chill with. Do you know what I mean? Something to chill in the background, have a good chat and stuff like that. Finn's first time was one of the train sim streams. Yeah, they won't be coming back. Not yet. Good one for the power spot, you say time moves on. It does.
Maximum flight level this time 280, 24 Juliet Tango.
Time moves on, you get rid of the shit that was holding you back, and then you can kind of like breathe a little bit more.
Unable to climb to flight level 380, Icelandair 24 Juliet Tango, due to aircraft system failures.
Someone's got failures and being asked to fly at flight level 380. Like that. Lewis says, I remember my first time on the channel was nervous as hell. I didn't have to be nervous. James says, my first time on the quiz, I was shitting myself. Shitting bricks. Sometimes it's quite nice to sit and, like, for me at least, to kind of see how far that I've come myself with, like, listening to the first podcast episode ever, which is nothing short of a fucking train wreck. But sometimes I'll sit and listen to it, and then if I need to kind of G myself up a little bit, I'll be like, huh, this is what it used to be like, here's where I'm at now.
Flight deck to cabin crew, please prepare for descent.
Airframe 067 Hotel, say requested altitude.
Jean says, flying a lot of spuds to Reykjavik. Fishing it, flying a lot of fish to Dublin. Lewis says he was a very good host, Tom. I became very comfortable. I was like you once. Shitting bricks to do a podcast. And yet, you know, now it's like second nature and comfortable, and, you know, I'm hosting quizzes and God knows what else. Yeah, the Christmas song. There's a lot to talk about with the Christmas song that we did. Thankful for those that did take part. At some point, I will be very candid about the Christmas song, and I'll let you know exactly what went into it. Because let me tell you, the state I got it in, when all the clips were gathered, the state that I got it back in was not great. Gemma says should get planning this year's already. I'm thinking of doing it this year. We didn't do it last year. But I think that's because not a lot of people wanted to get involved. So we'll start planning it, maybe not yet, in a couple months' time. I think so. We'll start organising it soon. We'll get the plan in place. But same as last year, there'll be no singing. Just lots of miming and lots of Christmas fun.
Reykjavik Control, good evening. Do you hold 361 in your airspace, flight level 350?
DFL 61, Reykjavik Control identified. Good evening.
That guy's fucking voice, I swear on my life. Nope, I've already got plans for the Christmas song. I already know what we're going to be doing for it. Already got an idea. Nope. Nope. Essentially, it's going to be whatever what the song was going to be for last year. But I need people to get involved in it. The Christmas songs. Sorry, the Christmas song happens if people are going to take part in it. We will we'll arrange it in about a month's time just to kind of get the ball rolling. But obviously, I don't expect anything to be done until it's closer to the time. Bloody hell. Got to try and find some space to delete. Give me 2 seconds. don't know why I keep running out of space. I don't understand. I've just read Jim's lyrics. It's like the lyrical king. Lyrical king is Jim. Okay, so you'll forgive me, I'm just setting up tomorrow's thumbnail. What's on the drink trolley tonight? We've got time, let's find out. Duncan, what snacks and drinks have we got on board this evening?
Oh, Captain, this evening we've got a lovely selection. We'll be serving some delicious haggis, along with a variety of snacks. For drinks, we've got soft drinks, juices, and of course, a complimentary whisky tasting from a fine Scottish brand. It's going to be a treat for everyone.
Seems a bit of a Scottish theme this evening. Haggis and whiskey. There you go. Lewis says, I think you need to come down to London and see London plane spotting and have a special guest on the show. We'll make it happen. What beer has he got? What beer do we have? Gemma is asking in the chat.
Oh, Captain, today is the day of the week we call Thursday. Gemma in the chat will be pleased to know that.
Something Scottish, I think. Better. Okie doke. Got to try and find some way of getting rid of some space, or making some space, I should say. Whiskey and haggis do nicely, says Jim. Thought you said Thursday. I don't know. I don't know what he said. Basically, it's booze. We've got alcohol. That's all that matters. Okie doke. Right, tomorrow's thumbnail is done. Jim says, I have a glass of white wine, and he might as well leave the bottle. Not taking this stuck malarkey well, are you? Could you get Gemma a glass of white wine, and you've been told you can leave the bottle?
Okay, Captain, I'll get Gemma a glass of white wine and leave the bottle with her. Thank you.
Don't say we don't treat you on this channel, because we do. Right, okay, so we've had a little bit of nostalgia, which was nice. Just trying to think of any other nostalgic stuff that's happened on the channel. What can you think of? Just trying to throw it back. What other kind of nostalgic things can you remember? David, even to you, hope you're doing well. Welcome to you. Having a bit of a nostalgic throwback session this evening. Trying to remember some of the high points of the channel. Could you get Lewis a bottle of Merlot, but could you make sure that you don't walk past Gemma just in case she decides to snatch the bottle?
Okay, Captain. Get Louis a bottle of Merlot and make sure to avoid walking past Gemma. Thank you for the heads up.
Finny says I love the inside of the cabin. It's not 757. Got you covered. Coca-Cola and an espresso. It's a bit of a wild choice, that, not gonna lie. Lewis wants the wine to wash down a double-double. Goodness me. If you haven't done so already, you are enjoying the stream so far, feel free to hit the like button, it does help us out immensely. And of course you can support the channel this evening as well. Good lord. David says, is it drink ordering time? It is. I'll have a glass of Merlot, bottle of Moretti, and a fruit shoot. A fruit shoot? Whatever you're into, what flavour? What flavour for the fruit shoot? Blackcurrant. Right, well, let's do David's order. Could you get David a glass of Merlot, a bottle of Moretti, and a blackcurrant fruit shoot, please? It's not my choice, it's his.
Okay, Captain, I'll get David a glass of Merlot, a bottle of Moretti, and a blackcurrant fruit soup. Thank you.
I can't think what to get. What I'm trying to do at the moment, I'm trying to free up some space. Do I need that? I'm trying to find things that I don't necessarily need in my computer. Problem is, what I don't want to do is then delete something that needs to stay. That's my potential crisis. I can't believe that I don't have space on my PC when I should have loads. Who's a computer whiz and can tell me why this happens? Like, I know obviously like having the games open and stuff like that doesn't help, but like, where the f does it all go? I don't know, it might be computer memory possibly, I don't know. I know what I do need. I need more hard drive space. We've got 41 minutes to go. We're being told to contact stuff, but again, we can't hear it. So I'm just trying to delete shit. Broadcast. Trying to get like, let's get some space here, basically.
Icelandair 418, contact Shanwick Oceanic Center on 123.905.
Well, at least it's that. Otherwise, everything else we kind of need it, so it's. Is all that? Yeah, whatever. But the birds. Don't know. Don't know. I don't know. I'm not ignoring you, I promise. A Ryanair plane and a EasyJet plane got put on private last time, but I hope no fails tonight. Shouldn't fail tonight. Touch wood and all that good stuff. It should be fine. Soft. There's a fucking gigabyte of downloads there. Interesting. Yeah, Gemma, it's stuff that it's all stuff that I need. There's a gigabyte of my downloads shit, which, to be fair, I can actually. Get rid of. And I'm about to.
Icelandair 418, you're leaving controlled airspace. Contact Oceanic Control. Primary is 119.565, secondary is 132.335.
It's interesting, we actually just download again, so it's fine with that. Right, let's extract those to there. So the standard one that came with the PC is literally oh shit. The one that came with the hard drive is 256, and then the one that came with the external one is 2 terabytes, which is what the flight sim runs off of. Okay. Okay, magically we've got some space, so we're all good. So that's Shamwick Oceanic Centre. Good evening, Icelandair 418 with you, flight level 360. So we should be descending shortly. So forgive me for that, I just want to make sure that we've got some
Icelandair
space.
418, Shamwick Oceanic Center, identified. Good evening.
And now we do. So we have space. We're all sorted. We're all good. I've already been looking up hard drives and stuff like that, so I kind of know what I need. So I'm in the process of doing it. Definitely in the process of doing it. Like I said, I know what I need. I just need a separate hard drive, about 4 terabytes I think. I've looked into it. So, yeah. Get paid tomorrow, so I'll have a quick nosy again and see if I can actually do something about it. Yeah, so I think I need to like just at some point go for a big old like just clear out.
Shannon, feedback to 19er, flight level 360.
Beaver 219er, Shanwick Oceanic Center, identified. Good evening.
So yes, it's been a an interesting chat this evening about computer space nostalgia. But we'll be back tomorrow, same time as before, or as tonight, 7:15.
Shanwick Oceanic Center for Air France 1123. Good evening.
Air France 1123, Shanwick Oceanic Center, identified. Good evening.
I've just seen what's been hidden.
Air France 1123, request flight level 020.
Carl, why'd you hide it? Right, give me 2 seconds. Just having a look. Okay. So, remembering, of course, that if the 737 does not work tomorrow, we will be going on to the landing challenges. That is what's been agreed by the chat in the live poll that was on earlier. Yeah, cheers, Lewis. Means a lot. I will bear that in mind. Just Rob said just to perk things up. Won't be long until autumn. Then it's down to Christmas. Still wonder if Chris Rea ever made it home. Sarah says, cannot wait for autumn. Cannot wait for Halloween. Summer can piss off now, even though school is out this week. And Gemma says, please do the Lukla landing challenge. We will definitely do Lukla. Although, I've had thoughts, right? So, with Halloween coming up, in October, obviously, I've had some ideas. I think I might dress up for it this year. And I think I know what I would dress up as. But I'm not going to tell you. I've had a really good idea for what to potentially dress up as for Halloween. Fuck off. That's a burn for me. Thanks, Rob.
Delta 510, Shanwick Oceanic Center, identified. Good evening.
Delta 510 Heavy, we've experienced some issues with flight controls, lost significant altitude, have maintained, or checked, have regained control, and are trying to climb back to flight level 390.
So it says my birthday is before Halloween. Do you want to let us know this time?
Shanwick Oceanic Center, expect the Bomber 4 Lima arrival. In about 20 minutes, I'll start your descent.
Expect the Bamble 4 Lima arrival in about 20 minutes. We'll expect descent Icelandair 418. Janet's twin sister. No.
Icelandair 418, expect the Bamble 4 Lima arrival in about 20 minutes.
I knew it had to be someone.
Center, Condor 525, West Oceanic clearance. Condor 525. Condor 525, request Oceanic clearance to Las Vegas.
Condor 525, clear to Las Vegas via the O-Box 2 Mike departure, then is filed. Maintain flight level 320, squawk 3345, departure frequency 118.505, information Yankee is current.
Melina? No, I think I got rid of the outfit.
Icelandair 418, you're leaving controlled airspace. Contact Oceanic Control. Primary is 119.565, secondary is 132.335.
Uh, 119.565, Icelandair 418. Give the people what they want. Jesus Christ. No, Tomalina's well gone. That's another thing that's supposed to be left in the past. David says, would you get any deals with your Love Honey loyalty card? You must have loads of points that you could use for a suitable outfit. Cheers. I can have a look. It's worth having a look. Okay, bit of an update. Tomorrow's Southwest flight may possibly change.
Icelandair 418, contact Scottish Control on 123.775.
123.775, Icelandair 418. Might possibly change.
Airframe 386, Shanwick Oceanic Center identified. Good evening.
Getting a little bit of a... In fact, let's just say I know a guy who is creating a livery for me for the 737, which hopefully will be done by tomorrow, and if it is, then we're good to go for that particular flight. Scottish Control, good evening. Icelandair 418 with you, flight level 360.
Icelandair 418, Scottish Control identified. Good evening.
A Half-Lives themed night? How would we do that? Would you just play their songs? Is it one of David's photoshops? Is what one of David's photoshops? Now I'm a little bit scared. I'm a little bit concerned. Oh no, it's not one of those. No, it's
Hello, Skyhawk Alpha Zulu on flight level 250.
It's something that I can't believe hasn't been done yet.
Alpha Zulu, Scottish Control identified. Good evening.
And to flight level 390, Skyhawk Alpha Zulu.
We're obviously doing North America Friday, but just for this particular flight we want to do European. This livery still hasn't been made yet, so I've found a guy that I know, and asked very kindly if he could make me one by tomorrow. Oh no, David, no. David, no. Oh, good luck. Jim, I'm not even going to try it. No, Lewis, it's not nothing to do with that. No. This guy's been doing artistic things for me over the years, and it just so happens that he works on creating airline liveries as well for the flight simulator. So I thought I'd pop him a message, and he has obliged to create a livery for me. Oh shit. Oh, David. Please no. In fact, I can say please no all I like. It's still going to happen. We've run out of space again. What the fuck? Would stop it? Not like that at all. Mate, why are we... How have I suddenly run out of space again? Jesus, wet. Got an idea. Let's see what that does. Okay, we should be fine. It's a fucking nuisance, this, I'll tell you.
Shannon, Stingray 72 with you descending to 5,000.
Oh my god.
Stingray 72, Shannon, roger.
We need to start our descent. Shannon Centre, Icelandair 418, requesting the start of our descent, please.
Descend and maintain flight level
Good lord, we're still
080.
38,000 feet up and we're 65 miles away.
Icelandair 418, roger.
We're descending to 7,000, Icelandair 418. We're gonna have to haul some ass.
Icelandair 418, clear Bamble 4 Lima, arrival into Dublin. When you're ready to send, flight level 080.
Oh my good god. We are hauling ass. Oh god. Where's, by the way, where's Sarah? This is her bloody flight. I just noticed she hasn't been in the chat for a long time. This is her bloody flight.
Cardiac Charlie. Charlie might contact Connaught Tower on 130.7.
Jean Cartier says aluminium and fish arriving at Dublin.
418, descend altitude 3000.
Descend altitude 3000, Icelandair 418. So whilst David and Lewis are off creating their masterpieces, for the rest of us it's almost time to get ready for landing as we haul ass
Centre Nomadic 3234 requesting IFR clearance to Barrow, please.
Clearance on request, stand by.
Stand center, request to climb the flight level 260, I-541.
sun hitting the screen there, as you can see.
Icelandair 5412, climb and maintain flight level 360.
Icelandair 418, contact Dublin on 126.25.
At 126.25 for Icelandair 418. Dublin, good evening. Icelandair 418 descending with you currently to flight level 230, descending to altitude 3000.
Icelandair 418 Dublin identified, good evening.
Weather report, absolutely, let's go for it. Dublin, Icelandair 418 requesting a weather report, please, for Dublin Airport. Oh God.
Air 418 Dublin Airport, information Oscar. Wind 260 at 10, visibility 6, few clouds at 1000 feet, scattered at 2400 feet, broken at 2800 feet, temperature 16, dew point 13, QNH 1008, density altitude 500 feet, arriving at departing runway 28 right, 28 left, 34.
Many thanks for the info, Icelandair 418. So there's your weather report for tonight.
118 uniform, Scottish Control, climb and maintain flight level 370.
You're welcome.
Oh God. This is why you can't trust David. not entirely sure I can even show that. I'm not entirely sure I can show it. David says do it. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not sure I can. Just not sure I can.
Icelandair 418, contact Dublin approach on 119.555
Yeah, just not sure, because you never know. And with a few youngsters in the chat, it's probably safe not to. So we've got a bit of a beautiful sunset at the moment. 119.555, Icelandair 418. Dublin approach. Good evening, Icelandair 418. With you. Flight level 120, descending 3000.
Icelandair 418, Dublin approach identified. Good evening, expect the ILS runway 28 left approach into Dublin.
28 left approach into Dublin, Icelandair 418.
Icelandair 418, cleared for left approach to runway 28 left at Dublin.
Alright, so. How about that for a golden hour action? Oh, look at that with the turn as well, beautiful. Almost time for landing. Yeah, the sunset's beautiful. Should make this approach quite interesting. I'm also not expecting a buttery landing this evening. Like I said, there are no GPWS callouts. They simply do not exist. On this model. Being a crossover, of course. Oh Lord. Oh good heavens. Thanks, Lewis.
Speedbird 828 Yankee, contact Dublin Tower on 118.6.
118.6, Speedbird 828 Yankee, goodbye.
Dublin departure, EIN 69 Delta.
Oh dear.
2000.
EIN 69 Delta, Dublin approach, identified.
Yeah, Lewis, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Okay, so we are on sort of the approach here. Hopefully no car parks will be hit. I think it might lure in the numbers. Yeah, absolutely not. Not a fucking chance. You could not pay me enough to wear that. And even if you say about setting it as a goal, I'd have to expect. Or I'd have to like put the goal to like quite high. There's no way. Not on stream. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Just could not pay me enough. Too high so nobody will pay it? Absolutely. There's absolutely no way. Not a hope in hell. Couldn't find the NAS sound effects, and probably a good thing. It's probably a good thing. Alright, looks like we have got nav lights. Something.
EIN 636, climb and maintain flight level 160.
How about an ice lolly? What? As in what? Payment? No way.
EIN 636, climb and maintain flight level 190.
Climb and maintain flight level 190, EIN 636.
There's no, I can describe what the picture is. But you'll never get me wearing it. not on stream. And I would probably set the like a goal price at quite high, so that I know no one would pay it. Lewis, no, probably not, to be on the safe side. There are youngsters in the chat, so probably best not to. Carl, that'd be double what I put a goal on for. For the best, trust me.
Easy 035, contact Dublin Tower on 128.8.
Contact tower on 128.8, easy 035, bye-bye.
Right, here we go.
Icelandair 418, turn right. Heading 280 vectors for the visual runway 28 left approach.
It's time to play a pure guessing game on this one. On your head be it. Okay, what do we think in regards to landing rating then this evening, please? Bearing in mind, again, there are no GPWS callouts. This could go very wrong. So for now it will stay southwest unless the livery comes through, then it will change. If it doesn't change, then that's because the livery didn't come through, and we'll do southwest, the original idea, Tampa to Nashville. 269 for Gemma, 175 for Carl, 300 for Lee, 195 for David, 180 for Jim. Jean Cartier says, what can go wrong? A very hard landing is what could go wrong. Finn says 175 and Lewis says 199. As soon as we execute the turn,
which you know, flight level 2000, flight level 4000.
The approach doesn't work.
Shamrock 715, Dublin departure identified, climb flight level 200.
Icelandair 418, turn left, heading 285.
Yep, the approach mode doesn't work, so we are going to have to handball this in. I'm not confident.
Icelandair 418, 12 miles from the approach turn. Turn left, heading 290 until established. Cleared for the visual runway 28 left approach.
Turn left heading 290, cleared for visual runway 2 left approach. Icelandair 418. Car changing to 157. So decent approach weather here for Dublin. Last call for any support this evening. Super chats, super stickers, gifted memberships, etc. Let's get them in the chat now whilst we can. What's the capital of Dublin? Skegness. There's the airport there. We can just make out the lights for our runway, which is just there. And then when we do the replay, we'll do it from the mound. We'll watch it as a mound replay.
Diesel 361, climb to flight level 270.
Flight level 270, diesel 361.
Oh, fuck off, you twat. No, Ireland's the country. Thanks, Lewis. Says urgent message to all car owners, please do not park here, 757 incoming. Okay, we are recording. Alex, Captain Island, has just subscribed to the channel. Thank you so much. If you are watching still when you're in the chat, come and say hi. We are about to land here manually. Dublin Tower. Good evening, Icelandair 418, inbound runway 28 left.
Icelandair 418, Dublin Tower, wind 260 at 10, runway 28 left, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 28 left, Icelandair 418. You forgot what we were then. Right, here we go. Gear down. Need a water break. We're in control.
Dublin Tower, postman 2883, stand 414, information Gulf on board, requesting IFR clearance to East Midlands.
Alex, hello to you.
Stand by.
First of all, welcome to the channel. Secondly, thanks for subscribing.
East Midlands via the N1 Echo departure, then as filed. Departure runway 10 right. Initial climb to 7,000 feet. Departure on 119.555. Squawk 2552. Postman 2883.
Says, yo, you're landing into my local airport and I live near the airport. It will take me 30 minutes to get there by car. Lovely stuff. Good to have you on board. Thanks for subscribing. I don't think this is not going to go well at all. I've just got an horrible feeling about this. If we can all give Alex a big welcome, it'll be much appreciated. Little stutter as the airport loads in. Please do not fucking... dial me now, you haven't done, so that's fine. Longstay car park on standby, yep, absolutely. But we should be fine. We are manually doing this, there's no GPWS callouts.
Commander Juliet Bravo Whiskey, welcome to Dublin. Contact ground of 130.79er.
This is purely a guessing game.
13079er, Commander Juliet Bravo Whiskey, thank you.
Hold short, runway 28 right, Nordic 1363.
Nordic 1363, runway 28 right, winds 2 to 8, 0 at 7, cleared for takeoff.
Right, here we go. Purely a guessing game. I've got no idea. That'll do. Pure guessing game, that. You can see it starting to do this as well.
All aircraft information transfer is now current. QNH 1009er.
Very tricky to land it with no GPWS callouts. And the fact that it's starting to wobble.
Icelandair 418, welcome to Dublin. Contact ground on 130.79er.
Okay, what did Valente have it down as? Yeah, I'll take it. It could be worse. Thanks for the welcome. We'll contact ground 130.79, Icelandair 418. That could have been a lot worse. Could have been a hell of a lot worse. Lee class, we'll see you for the next one. Dublin ground, Icelandair 418 requesting taxi to the nearest parking space.
Icelandair 418, taxi to Pier 2, gate 205R via Sierra 5, Sierra, cross runway 34, then Alpha, link 2, apron 4, link 3, apron 4, apron 3. Good day.
To be fair, Lewis, it's running off the characteristics of an A320neo, so it's not the characteristics of a 757. There's no taxi lights. Like at all, no taxi lights in this aeroplane. So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Dublin. Always very tricky to fly a 757 of this magnitude, where it's got the cockpit of a 320neo, and very tricky to land it without a GPWS callout. Got it down though, that's all that matters. And we'll go ahead and taxi to the gate with no taxi lights. Probably the one thing that lets it down. No taxi lights. But either way, we were greeted with a beautiful sunset. We still are greeted with a beautiful sunset, to be fair. As we taxi to a gate. If you're leaving us now, thank you so much for watching. You've got the replay coming up soon. She's here still. We were just wondering where you are. Finn, yes, there is a stream tomorrow. 737-500, either Southwest or the livery that is being made for me. So a big thank you to Sarah for suggesting this one this evening. If we can show some love for Sarah in the chat for suggesting this flight this evening. Okay. It will do. Right, there you go, boys and girls. Okay, a little bit longer than normal. Let's show you the necessaries. So flight time today was 2 hours and 11 minutes. Landing rating according to Volanta is 260. The in-sim landing rating monitor suggested a 230, which means that we didn't get butter this evening, but we did get this.
Thank you for flying Ryanair. Last year, over 90% of our flights arrived on time. We hope you enjoyed yours, and we look forward to welcoming you on board again soon. Ryanair. Low fares, made simple.
So there we go. A little bit of a Ryanair landing. As we call it. So, if you're sticking around, the replay is about to happen. Yes, you're safe for now. For now, Lewis. For now.
Couldn't find valid airport data at this position. Services are not available.
Okie doke. Let's get over to the mound here. Or just in front of this fence here, rather. Get the touchdown bit, which is just about there. We'll get it from a bit of a high angle. Right, boys and girls, replay coming up. Enjoy the replay if you're sticking around. If you haven't done so already, feel free to smash the like button. It helps us out immensely. Until then, have a great Wednesday. Whatever you are up to. I'll see you tomorrow for the 737-500. So until then, look after yourselves and each other. And I will see you tomorrow for some more fun and games on the channel. For myself and the moderators, a very good evening to you all. And bye-bye for now.